Hello everyone, this is EDC Ghost and this is our first EDC video we're going to upload here, and we're going to be doing a scale chains on the Knafs Lander 1. I've had this knife for about a month now. I've been carrying about every day. I did go ahead and take one of the scales off on this side, as you can see. That's because I had these specially ordered with a company logo on there, and this would just speed up the process a little bit. So it's important to know that all these torque screws are T6s, which are really a pain in the butt. I've messed up already 2 bits trying to get these out after the first time that I got it out. When I first got this, I did take it fully apart. As you can see, we have some custom engravings here. The giant octopus on this side, or the Kraken, and then we have a pirate ship on this side, as you can see. So that's just some custom engravings that I had done. So also important to note that the screws holding down the actual scales themselves have a thicker head on there. If I can get that to focus, there we go. So those will have a thicker head on there than the ones holding down the clip, for whichever side you use that for, the clip or the little metal piece that goes in place of the clip. So these scales are pretty easy to do the swap on. So here we'll just take the pocket clip off. And again, that's got the thinner head on there. So there goes the pocket clip. And then we'll just take the other 2 out holding the scale itself. And then that will just come right off. The nice thing about the Lander 1s is these scales are just, take those 4 screws out of each side, and then those just pop right off. And then you still have your full functioning knife here. So as you can see, that still fully functioning without the scales. And then these are the old scales. So these are the new Flytanium scales that we'll be installing. These are the G10 scales. As you can see, they're quite a bit different. These are the Jade G10 scales. So we'll see how those fit on there. A little different around the edges. It should fit on good. Still have the cutouts for the liner lock, as you can see here. One thing that I found about these scales that I had is on this side that the scales that were on here, the place right here actually stuck out a little bit on those scales, but it doesn't seem to be doing that on the pivot. So on the pivot here, the other scales actually stuck out a little bit, but looks like these are going to be a little better. So we'll go ahead and put these on here. So again, we'll start out here. Actually, go ahead and put a little bit of blue Loctite. Make sure you use the blue, not the red. You definitely don't want to use the red and not be able to get these off. And it does not take very much. Even that much was probably just a little bit too much. And go in here with the other one. Okay, now we will do the other side. Okay, that's a little better there. I don't lose one. That is really all you need right there, that little dot. These are the first time I order anything from Flytanium, but so far it seems that they've been pretty good. So that is how that looks with just the scale changed. You still have the cutout for the liner lock there. And yeah, that is, I think that's gonna work pretty well. A little harder to get to the liner lock. As you can see, it's kind of nested inside there. So a little bit more difficult to disengage the liner lock there. And yeah, I would say overall, still a lot better. We'll go ahead and put the pocket clip back on. See how well it fits. Perfect. That just snapped right in there. Now, if I can get that in there. So a lot of people have done these scale swaps, but to me they don't really show the whole thing. And especially on the Lander 1, which is not a new knife by Knafs. But I will say, if you are thinking about getting one, it's definitely a cheaper option. And I've been very impressed. This is my first Knafs knife, and I've had very good luck with this knife. I don't want to go for some reason. But yes, very good luck with this knife. It's been a fantastic folding knife. I did sharpen it one time. Not really because it needed it, but because I got a new work sharp sharpener in. And these are D2 steel blades, which is pretty nice to sharpen, still good steel for knives. So overall happy with that. A lot of knives I do have are D2 steel. Did just order a new one, and we will do the unboxing on here. But that one will have a little bit, or a lot of it, fancier blade on it and steel. So how I kind of got started on this in the first place is was in Boy Scouts. Of course, had to have knives in there. Dad gave me my first knife. And then after that, my dad collected knives for quite some time. And then just started getting into knives myself, and always get knives for Christmas or as gifts. And that's just expanded on to what it is now, and continue to expand into fancier knives, and knives not just from Walmart or places like that, but just getting into some of the fancier knives with fancier steels and where they're made, locations, things like that. But this knife has been a really great knife. Like I said, I did have it completely apart before. Adjusted the pivot to my liking, in and out to get that play how I wanted it. It has stayed very centered, as you can see. I mean, that is pretty darn perfect. And these scales do not have that lip right there that the original scales had. And I don't know why that is. We ordered several from Knafs, and mine seemed to be one of the only ones that had that, but this one does not. And these scales look great, function great. Like I said, I think the only complaint I have about these scales from Flytanium is just getting to that liner lock right there. But you can pick up these scales on Flytanium's website. Shipping and all, paid I think $10 for these, so you can get them really cheap. They are no longer making them for the Lander 1, so if you get them, I would get them now before they're sold out. But great scales, great knife. We'll see you next time for the next one. Thanks.